Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. Today I wanted to share with you guys a fun way of taking some traditional origami and kind of combining them together to make a fun decoration for the Christmas holiday season that's soon approaching. And we've kind of been looking at some ways to take these traditional pieces to make things like wreaths and coasters. And this kind of looks sort of like a cool wreath, but that's sort of like a snowflake inspired kind of wreath. An icy wreath. So what I've done is taken the traditional origamis of the hats. There's two different kinds of hats. There's this kind of a hat that you see here, and then the more pointed version. And I'm just alternating between those and connecting them here by putting, just opening up the pocket that's in this usually for putting on somebody's head, and just latching it onto one of these points and using the angle as a guide, getting nice and snug, and then just putting a bit of glue to make sure it's nice and secure. You wind up using 10 pieces, so I'm alternating, so I need 5 of this shorter version of a hat and 5 of the taller ones. And I wanted to just remind you guys really quick, if you needed to be reminded, how to fold things like this. So we'll start off with the first kind of hat. You want to have paper here with your color side facing down, fold it in half into a nice big triangle. And then, just so we know where our center is, it's good to go ahead and fold in half to make sure we know where our center is for this. We're going to go ahead and turn things around so that the flaps are open on the bottom. And I'm going to fold things into thirds. That could be a little tricky, but what you could do is just start off right here by that crease that we made and start kind of making where a crease could begin. And the big point is to know where that center is of everything. And then I could do the same thing on this side too. Once you kind of get that part established, then if you turn things around and roll them together, it's a little easier to maneuver because you've got the tip nice and controlled. And then you want to just try to, shift things over so that when both sides are pulled at their farthest point, then hopefully the edges line up and everything looks nice and pretty together there. And I'll just try to get that as close to perfect or near as that as you can. And really, if you can get the first one done, then you can just copy the folds with the other pieces for the other 4. So, and I've just been kind of following a pattern of having left and then right. It's up to you if you want to, which way you want to do things. It doesn't change the result, but it might be nice just to keep things uniform if every one of them folds the same way. But then we're just going to take this part down here, and I'm going to take these 2 layers of those flaps and this bottom layer, and I'm going to fold up flush with the edge. And you just want to go until there's a little bit of pull and smooth that out, and it should give you this part of your hat. Flip it over and then do the back as well, and that gives us a completed hat that we can then use to assemble to make the wreath or the ice kind of thing. Now, for the other version of things here, you want to take a piece of paper. I'm using all the same color. You could obviously alternate colors too if you wanted to. I'm going to take this and start with the color side facing down, again folding in half into a big triangle. And again marking where my center is by folding things in half. This time we're going to be working with the flaps open at the top. Same process though, we're going to still be folding into thirds, so it's nice to get that first part up there at the top sort of identified so that when we roll things around you get a nice little point. And then I can just take both of these, roll them together. This one's a little trickier because things are a little longer. I like looking at it from this side just because it gives me a little chance to kind of see what's going on. But you want to try to get things going there at the top and keeping things in mind down at the bottom a little bit of how you want them to look here. There we go. Once you've gotten that folded over, I'm just going to, again, remember I wanted to do left and then right, and then we just fold those 2 flaps. That's all that can fold up on this one. And this can be a little tricky because this little guy likes to pop over. You just want to push in a little with your finger so that you can keep it flat, and then push it over to where the crease is. And sometimes it helps to just get this first side started and kind of roll this in so that when you push this up, you can get it to fold up at the right spot. And that gives you a completed hat. Like I said, you need to have a total of 5 of each of these kinds of hats. So I have 5 of my, I have 5 here. There's another one hiding here that I didn't fold up yet. I have 5 of this squatter kind of hat and 5 of the pointy hats here. And then just using a little bit of glue, we can go ahead and connect these. And again, I'm just going to be alternating between each one. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue on this. And obviously if you want this to be super sturdy, you'd put more glue. But then I just put it into the hat opening and slide it down until it's nice and snug on that edge. And then I can go ahead and do this one here and slide this part over. We're just going to go alternating around to do this for all of these so that I can get everything put together. And the angles should work out so that we get a nice kind of little wreath here. So you can see I've got most of these done here, and then I just have like the last one to kind of connect. And everything should kind of come together nicely to give you a nice little completed, cool looking star-like wreath or snowflake kind of wreath. And the neat thing is this does look really cool when you flip it over too. So depending on the kind of style you like, if you like a little crisper finish, then this part looks really nice. Or if you like having kind of more of the spiky things going on, then it looks cool like this too. And it can be made in all sorts of different sizes, and I'm going to share with you guys later on a kind of cool little mobile or hanging kind of decoration you can make with some of these too. So just a really fun kind of not too time consuming origami if you need to make something. These, like I said, they make really pretty decorations. Like if you put them in the middle of the table and you put a poinsettia or some food or something over it, or you can make little small versions and everybody's wine glass can sit on top. Lots of fun things you can do with this. So I'll have some more fun projects to share with you guys in the days to come. Thanks again always so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!